we are going to talk about everything NBA All-Star. There's Steph, and there's Shea, and there's Bron, and there's Jokic.
What? I don't like people trying to game the system. Okay, let's bring in a world-class musical act. This year it was
Noah Kahan.
Okay.
He was just like right there. Honestly, all of the players are so sweet, especially the young guys, because they're so bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Just like, yes, like I'll do a Snapchat filter, and I'm like, okay.
You don't want to talk about some guy having an arm around your little sister?
Oh my gosh.
Boom, out.
But what if they didn't know?
Welcome back to this episode of Girl Dad Podcast, and I am back making my triumphant return.
Welcome back. We missed you.
After
we really missed
sat
you.
on the sidelines for a week, but now I am back in the saddle, ready to roll for this special NBA All-Star episode.
Yeah, we are going to talk about everything NBA All-Star, which I think we would both say is our favorite weekend of the year. NBA All-Star, would you say that?
Behind us here, the great Amari Stoudemire, 5-time All-Star, former New York Knickerbocker.
Yep, love it. Love it.
You have the great Julius Erving shoe size, looks like a lot, 16. What does that look like, a size? Size what?
Like literally 19. Look at this.
That's a big shoe.
Look at that.
11-time All-Star, former slam dunk champion, 1977 All-Star MVP, Julius Erving, Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Who we got to know pretty well in our days in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Class act, wonderful, wonderful guy, great ambassador for the game.
Yes. Yes,
But
indeed.
let's talk about All-Star.
Let's get into it. You missed your first All-Star in what, 25 years?
My first All-Star miss since I've been going since 1999,
That's
which was in Golden
insane.
State.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was the internet bubble time. So it was the first tech summit, which is my favorite part of
That's awesome.
NBA All-Star.
That's awesome.
And Vince Carter did the famous "It's over" after the dunk contest. Which
Wait,
was,
I don't even think I know what that is.
Yeah. He was so ridiculously dominant. He did a dunk and just went to the camera and he was like, "It's over."
Stop.
Yeah.
That's
No, it was
awesome.
pretty epic.
That's awesome.
epic.
What's your favorite All-Star event?
The slam dunk. I know people are too hard on the slam dunk. I feel like the critics come out, and it's my favorite weekend of the year, as you said. Going there is like going to a family wedding. You know, having worked,
Literally.
yeah, having worked in that game for 25 some odd years.
It's like a big reunion.
Yeah, everyone I know and love is in one place.
Okay, it was actually crazy because obviously every year I'm with you. So I'm going with you to all these different parties and events. This year I was solo. And it was crazy because the amount of people that came up to me and were like, "You've got to be Scott's daughter, right? Like, you have to be an O'Neal." And I was like, "Yes, I am." Like, it was
awesome.
crazy.
That's amazing. Well, let's dive into it.
Let's get right into it. Wait, where were you?
Well, I was Live Golf League has started.
So exciting.
So I was in Riyadh and then Hong Kong for the Super Bowl. And then flew to Singapore and then had our event in Adelaide, Australia. So I've had
crazy.
a wonderful 2 weeks. We'll talk about that on another episode. Let's dive in here. I was halfway across the world, so the timing got a little complicated. So I don't know a lot.
Yeah, you really don't know anything.
I've missed it.
Yeah, and we haven't talked at all.
Right.
Obviously, my voice is gone
I
because
tried.
this
I called.
happens.
You didn't pick up.
You didn't call. You didn't call. I called.
I wanted to
so
call.
many times. It's
I
fine.
wanted
It's fine.
to call.
The reason we actually had to have Kira on the podcast last week, which was amazing, the best thing ever,
Yeah, and you
was
guys-
because I called Dad like legit 15 times
Okay.
in the week.
You
Didn't
called
get
me,
back to me. So I was
and-
like, we're going without
And
you.
then you guys slaughtered me on that podcast because I listened to it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, how about, "Hey, Dad's awesome"? Where was that? What part of the podcast was that?
We did say how awesome you are. Okay, so I'm thinking let's just walk through the weekend like day by day.
Okay. Well, my favorite days of All-Star were surprisingly typically like Wednesday and Thursday because there were parties.
Oh my
It's kind
gosh,
of low
yeah.
key. People hadn't swarmed in yet.
Yes.
Were you out there early enough to experience some of that?
Yeah, I got in on Wednesday and it was great because it was just like all my coworkers
That's
were
right.
just, it's chill,
All
but
the
like,
insiders.
yeah, 100%. But it's actually not that chill because you're working constantly, but it's like, you're all in it together. I feel like when you are traveling with coworkers is when you just bond more than anything. It's like a completely different aspect of them. And you're like, oh wait, they're actually like humans. Like,
So we had a game when I worked for the NBA where whenever we travel, first of all, it was if you checked your bag, you felt the wrath.
No.
Okay? Yeah, because
No.
you're not allowed to check bags. Now, if you're going
Wait,
All-Star
what?
because you were there for a long time.
Yeah.
But for 3, 4, or 5 days, people would just jam in because we all waited for each other. So it was a lot of pressure. But with things like All-Star, we'd all put $20 into a hat.
Okay.
And whoever bag came out first, you got the pot of money.
Shut
It's a great bit.
up.
Yeah, I won once. It was a lot of money.
That is so much fun.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
good fun.
I love that. It's a great
And you
idea.
see
I'm going to start
everybody
doing that.
erupting every time a bag comes out. It's pretty fun.
That's so great.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
love that.
Okay, so Thursday, did you go to the CAA party?
Yes, I did. Which is always my favorite party of the whole weekend. Like, it's so much fun. You were definitely missed. That's where the most people recognized me as your daughter. A few people were like, oh, I've been listening to your podcast. And I was like, so thank you guys. That literally means the world.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so great. Cameron Brink. I met her and she's the sweetest human ever. Like, literally the sweetest,
Cameron
most...
Brink, did you say?
Yeah. Wait.
I know I should know who that is.
Oh my gosh.
Who's Cameron Brink?
Dad.
Is she an actress?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
No.
God.
Who
What?
is she?
Mom is doing... Wait,
Who
guys.
is she?
Oh my gosh. She's a WNBA player. And
Oh,
she
my
is...
bad.
So wait, let me see. Maybe you'll recognize her.
You know, I was with a WNBA player in Australia.
Who?
Erin Phillips, her name was back when I worked
Oh,
in the WNBA.
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
I don't even know
Australian.
who that is. Okay, this is Cameron Brink.
Okay, Cameron Brink.
Wait, you don't recognize her?
No.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't watch a lot of W anymore.
I know, you
I'm not
need to
used
tap in. It's getting better than it's ever been now.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
big.
you
The
gotta tap in.
Caitlin Clark effect.
For real.
Yeah.
But she was the sweetest human ever. We were like fangirling over her. We're like, should we go up to Cameron
Oh, that's
now?
funny.
Like, what should we
That's
do?
good. Can we give a little shout out to our first product drop from
This
Brian?
this was the most exciting package to get this morning.
Brian from Hood.
Look at this.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian from Hood. We appreciate it. Appreciate the gear. Love the product.
Brian,
Looking
thank
great.
you so much. Seriously, this is like our first podcast package. So exciting.
Okay. All right, let's talk about. So you went to the CAA party.
CAA party
Other
was
than
awesome.
Cameron Brink.
I challenged. Do you remember last year? I challenged Chris Paul to pop a shot.
Yes.
But he was injured, so he was like, "Nah."
He was afraid.
He was afraid because he knows I got
CP3.
that.
Yeah.
But so I saw him, so I was like, last year you were hurt. Like, are we gonna like run it? Like pop a shot? So I like looked around. He was like, where are they at? So I look around, couldn't find any, and he was like, next year. Like we'll do it next year. So CAA, please pop a shot next year at the event because there wasn't any this year.
Yeah.
I really am confident that I
It's a
could
tough
beat him.
story.
I mean,
Like that is a story that went nowhere. I mean, what the heck? Like, what kind of story is that? They just dropped Chris Paul's name?
I guess. Like, I guess.
Great.
But he remembered me.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
That is cool.
You're such a hater.
Did you see Uncle Howie there?
No, he wasn't there.
Paul Danforth.
I know. I didn't see Paul.
Mike Levine.
Didn't see Mike.
Okay, did you see anybody
I saw
before?
Carmelo.
Mello.
We took a selfie together.
Nice. I love
Not
that.
trying to just name drop over here, but
I let you say, like, we took a selfie. Like, he was like, hey, let's get a selfie. Yeah, I'm sure he was pretty hyped about that.
okay. I
love
took a
him, by the way.
selfie with him.
I love him.
But it was so much fun. It's always a good time. I always love it.
I got
there.
corrected by one of my friends. Last year, I said that he wore number 14. And one of my friends, who's a big fan of the podcast, Hem, shout out, said he was number 15.
Oh.
My mistake.
That's awkward.
Okay. So Friday night is Celebrity
Yes.
and then Rising Stars.
Yes.
So did you go to the Celebrity game?
No.
It's hard to go to both.
Yeah, and they actually sent out an email this year that was like, you literally will not make it to both games because Celeb was 4 to 6, Rising Stars 6 to
And
8
where was the Celebrity game?
in Oakland.
Oh, yeah. It's
So
a hike. It's a hike.
yeah, and like it
I
took
love the Celebrity game, though.
me too.
I know-
and
I know
Noah
it's-
Kahan was playing this year.
The singer.
Yeah, that was good. That
No,
was
I know
good.
because Eliza, Lexi's sister, that's her favorite.
Yeah.
One of her favorite singers.
But so he was playing, so we didn't get to see him. But at the TNT after party,
Yeah.
he performed.
Well, we're going to get there. We're
I'm
going to get
sorry.
there. So, celebrity game you missed. What other celebrities were in the celebrity game other than Noah Kahan? Do you know any of them?
Yeah, and I should actually know all of them because I had to make a whole doc before with who they all are. Remember our boy Dylan Wang from last year?
Love Dylan
He
Wang.
was in it. Bailey, the WWE girl, was in it.
Wait. Did any WNBA players play in it? Because they usually couple
Yeah, there
WNBA
were
players,
four.
which is kind
There
of
were
fun.
four, and they were all because I worked with them all because everyone came through like my station. A lot of the W players did, and they were all the sweetest humans ever.
Yeah. The W players are a cut above. They
Oh
are.
my gosh,
they're
they
wonderful.
are.
They understand their role as role models. They understand like their role in the world of sport. It's pretty amazing.
Completely, yeah,
They're
they're
always great.
awesome. And then there was a few old NBAers in it.
Some of the legends of the game.
Yeah. Do you know Chris Brickley? He's the trainer. He trains like literally every player, but he was in it.
The trainer was in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'm
like,
gonna put in my application next year. I run a golf league. do I have a chance?
Actually, I bet you'd have a chance.
If Chris Brickley could be in it, and I know the commissioner, like I know the guy who knows the guy.
Yeah, but everyone knows Chris Brickley. It's actually surprising to me that you don't know who he
okay.
is. But yeah, so I mean, I can't really speak on the celeb game, but I don't think I've ever been to the Rising Stars game. I think we usually just go celeb.
Well, did they set it up like East versus West, or how did they set it up?
So they did it the same format as the All-Star game. So 4 teams playing.
Oh, and then the
against each
one
other.
team that won that went into the All-Star?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
I like it too.
Yeah.
People are kind of hating on
Why? Because
the
it
format.
introduces the young players on the world's biggest stage.
I liked it. I really
like that
liked
too.
it. Yeah, but Rising Stars game was
So who won from the
so
Rising
much fun.
Stars?
The team was with Stephon Castle was the MVP, and their team was the team that went. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
He's on the Spurs.
Okay.
He's awesome. I've never known rookies ever, but because I did draft this year,
Right.
it's like all of those guys.
Oh, that's great. Was Wemby? Could you be a second-year guy? Was Wemby an All-Star, or was he in the
Wemby
Rising
was
Star?
an All-Star.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super awesome.
That's great.
But the Rising Stars were all cool. There was like some G League guys in it, but it was mostly like Mac was in it.
So Rising Stars, they had a little mini tournament.
Yeah, mini tournament.
Tested the format.
Yeah,
So it was
super
like
cool.
semifinals, finals. Is that
Yeah,
pretty
it
much
was
how it went?
literally
Or
just
round
like
robin and final?
I don't know what round robin means, but 2 teams play each other. 2 teams play each other. The winner of those played.
Okay.
The winner of that.
That's
went
pretty
on.
cool.
It was so cool.
Okay, then we go on to my. Oh, was there anything at night after Rising Stars? Or did you just go out?
I just went out.
What time did you get? No, Saturday. What time did you get in?
On Friday night, I think it wasn't crazy.
SMH.
I think I got back at like 3:30.
My goodness.
I was asleep by 4 though because I had to be at the media circuit the next day at 7:30.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't think people fully understand the commitment you make as an NBA employee when you go to quote unquote work. Like it is not a vacation. Like you come
No.
back from All-Star and need a vacation. You literally go.
Everyone's taking vacation this week.
Yeah, because of course you can't help it because you literally are up to all hours of the morning.
Yes.
And then you're up very early to get started and going.
Yes.
And then you're through the activities, events, parties, etc.
Right.
All of which you are working at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are you actually doing?
So I lucked out because I only had to work during the days. So
nice.
once it got to night, like I was vibing. But during the days, I'd be at the media circuit. One day it was a little later. It was like 9. One day it was 7:30. So we just go and we'd set up. And there's a bunch of rooms. It's always in a hotel.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of rooms. So like Bleacher Report had a room. NBA Photos had a room.
Right.
NBA Global had a room. And NBA Social, we had a room. So in our room, we did like, I was doing Snapchat activation with my boss and one of my friends. And then we had like a Reddit activation and a Threads activation. So in the Snapchat activation, we have this huge, like, it's called the Snapchat mirror.
I saw
And
last year's and it's amazing.
it's
and cool
so
and fun.
cool. So
Yeah.
pretty much the players come in and just like stand and do the filters and whatever.
Well, we should do that at Live actually.
Yeah,
That's fun.
100%.
That's a good one.
But They come in, we have them take a little selfie video for the fans using our Snapchat All-Star filter. And then we'll have them do some filters. And this year was fun because the filters like had games. So it was like, one of them was like they had a basketball hoop on their face and basketballs were falling from the sky and they'd have to go like this.
Oh, that's fun.
So we take like the one generic picture with the All-Star filter and then I'd be like, do you want to play a game? And they'd be like either, nah, like I'll just do it with my jersey or yes. And some of them, if I was like, okay, like there's good vibes here, I'd be like, come on, like you really don't want to play a game, like just play a game.
That's
and
good.
every time they'd be like, all right, well I'll just play a game.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we got them playing Snapchat games. It was really fun.
Oh, that's great. And great for Snapchat.
Great for Snapchat.
Right. Great for NBA fans. And great for the player because it humanizes the player and brings him to life.
They all said that our station was their favorite station. And then we're done. They're like, wait, that's it? I'm like, yeah, you know us over here at Snapchat. Like,
that's great.
We're chill. But it was pretty much just that, like media circuit and then editing videos and
that's good.
And posting. And yeah, it was fun. It was very chill, but fun.
Okay, so Saturday, obviously, that is the pinnacle, I think, the pinnacle of All-Star.
Yeah, for sure.
You have the skills competition.
Uh-huh.
You have three-point shootout.
Yep.
And you have the slam dunk.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with the skills. I think that has been the most improved over time of anything. Like, I think the skills competition used to be a snoozer.
I agree.
And now it's fantastic.
Well, now they have, like, all, like, the high-techy, like, passing things that are moving and windmill. You don't even know this, but so this is T. First group to go was Chris Paul and Wemby.
Yeah.
Did you see anything about this?
No, I saw nothing.
So
Chris Paul and Wemby against each other.
No, together.
Oh,
on
together.
The same team.
Okay, I like that.
And so it would have been a great team. So they go. You know how you have to go. So you start off chest pass. You run down, shoot it.
Right.
Wemby and Chris Paul both took the balls and just tossed them over. Like
to try to like game the system.
Yes. Got disqualified.
Good. I'm glad. I don't like people trying to game the system.
No, me either. But
good. Out. See you later. Here are the rules. Play by them. Thank you for coming.
I agree. But do you think that was ever
Boom, out.
But what if they didn't know?
They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. They didn't know they'd be DQ'd.
Yes.
But they were trying to game the rules for their own personal gain. See ya.
Okay, fair enough.
Good.
Fair enough.
I want to know who made that call, though. I totally dig that. Okay?
Who?
Because back in the day,
disqualify?
Back in the day, it was Danny Mizell's. He was the man on the ground.
I love Danny. That's awesome.
Yeah. He was the man on the ground making the calls.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And you don't want to. That's a tough position to be in. So we have 4 teams in the Rising Stars.
4 teams in Rising Stars.
Who are they?
We had Cavs. So Don and Evan Mobley.
I love that, like, the stars like Donovan are participating. And me personally, like, I love him. I've always loved him. I've had the chance to meet him. I met his mom. He is the quintessential example of what an NBA player and star should be as a human being.
I totally agree.
Love.
I totally agree.
And I love that he's in the Rising Stars. Yeah, that's great.
In skills.
I'm sorry, skills.
Yeah. So that was awesome. There's a Warriors team.
Who was on that?
Draymond and Moses Moody.
Okay.
And then
how was Draymond in the skills? Was he good?
I know, isn't that funny?
No, but he's not that good of a shooter, but he's like a great passer.
Yeah.
He scraps and hustles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was a rookies team.
Who was that?
Zach Risachet and Alex
Does he go by Riz?
I don't think anyone
he
calls
should.
him Riz.
They do now. Once they watch this, new nickname, the Riz.
Oh my god. Yeah. And then it was Cavs, Spurs, Warriors, and rookies.
Okay. And who won?
Yeah. Cavs.
Let's go.
Awesome, right?
Yeah,
so
let's go.
Awesome.
The stars shining brightest under the brightest lights.
Yeah.
Let's go,
completely.
Donovan.
I know.
Okay, I like
so
that.
happy. I feel like the Cavs team too is made up of a bunch of like low key guys. Like
low key ballers.
Low key ballers. Like even like Darius Garland was in the All-Star game. And it's like
I'm glad he was an All-Star.
Me too, because he deserves it.
Yeah, heck of a player. I mean, they had such an incredible. They're having an incredible season.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I think I mean we'll see. Can they knock off the Celtics in the East? I don't know.
I hope so.
Me too.
I really hope so.
Okay, let's talk about the 3-point shootout contestants. You have Dame Dalla.
Dame was going.
That's his rap name.
No, I know it's
Dame
awesome.
Dalla.
It's awesome.
And he was going for a 3-peat.
He was going.
And that's his. I think the advantage of guys like Dame that shoot a little bit like almost like a little set shot type shot is an advantage when you're shooting all those racks. And because he shoots regular jumpers from the logo, an advantage walking into the 3.
100%.
So he was obviously the favorite walking in.
Yes.
Then you got Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero, who ended up winning.
Go Knicks. Go Villanova. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. Oh, and Jalen Brunson. Yes. So cool. I loved all the guys who were in it. Literally all of them. Cade Cunningham.
Number 1 overall pick. Plays for the Pistons. Yeah.
Norman Powell. Buddy Hield.
Where is Buddy playing right now?
Buddy's at Golden State, right?
Is he? I don't know. He's playing on so many teams.
Yeah, he's at Golden State. He came to my station.
He's supposed to be a wonderful kid.
He was lovely.
That's great.
So kind, so sweet.
He's from Oklahoma, I believe.
Oh,
does he have an Oklahoma accent? Do you know? Midwestern accent?
I don't really know.
Okay, great. And then Norman Powell.
And Cam Johnson.
And Cam Johnson. Now,
Who's
Norman
my
Powell
favorite.
was former Toronto Raptors, I believe.
Yeah.
And now Clippers?
Yeah, Clippers.
Let's go.
Nice,
What?
Nice. But wait.
So who won? Who are the finalists?
Tyler Hero won it all.
Okay.
Moving on to the final round was Tyler and Dame?
No, Dame did not make the finals.
Oh, Tyler and Buddy Hield.
Okay, buddy.
Buddy,
same thing. He's got that little flat. Hero jumps a bit, so harder for him to win.
Wait, what do you mean? His shot?
I think that because he shoots like legit jumpers off the ground.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And I think it's a harder to win the 3-point shootout if you're that type of jump shooter. I mean, personally.
Yeah.
And Dame doesn't make the finals. Big upset.
I know.
But good for Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Not one of my favorite players, Miami Heat, but a heck of a player.
Not one of my favorites either, but he has a different game, and I respect it.
Yeah. No, he can ball.
I respect it.
And he can shoot it. Okay, good for him. Okay, so then we go to the slam dunk again. Like people need to back off. Like what these guys actually do physically is ridiculous. And I know we got another guy going for a 3-peat, Mac McClung, former Sixer. Let's go.
Love Mac. We love
We
Mac.
actually called him up. Now they let him be in the G League or the second year. But back when his first year, we called him up so he could be in the slam dunk.
Shut up.
That's a Daryl Morey special.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Wait, that's so great.
Okay, so
that's the first year he won?
Yes. So who is he going against here?
So if I'm correct, they were all rookies. So we have Matas.
And they're not really like household names in the slam dunk contest. But if you go back in history, Dr. J won a slam dunk. Michael Jordan won the slam dunk. Kobe Bryant won the slam dunk. They oftentimes won it early in their careers.
Yes.
And so when you see these guys, like you cannot sleep on them because these guys.
Totally. Even the guys who are nominated to be in the slam dunk.
There's an occasional Harold Miner. That name won't ring a bell to you, but slam dunk champion, played for Miami Heat. Never really made it in the league. They called him Baby Jordan when he first came into the league, which was not fair to do to a young guy. So he had a short career, a decent career, but not a MVP career.
But he won.
He won slam dunk, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Then you got Vince Carter, Hall of Famer. So you've got a lot of Hall of Famers who've been the slam dunk.
Yeah.
But I imagine if you're a star, imagine it's a hair intimidating. You don't embarrass yourself out there, you know?
No.
And
it's so sad. Like when someone misses a dunk, I'm like trying to hold back tears because I'm literally like, oh. Like,
but they fixed the format.
Angels.
Like the format, I think is right.
Did
they do that thing where you got to do X amount, like you got to complete it in a minute or something like that?
Yeah. So once you make your first attempt, the timer starts 1 minute.
Okay.
And then if you don't actually shoot it, like say you're going up and you fumble, it doesn't count as an attempt.
Right.
You get 3 attempts.
I think they're making great adjustments over the years.
Totally.
And I think...
You know what they also included? They may have done this last year, but they also included as a 5th judge, Jesser, who's one of like the NBA creators. Awesome. He was standing in to represent like the fan vote.
I like that.
Super cool. So then we all voted on our phones.
And then he
averages.
Put it in. I love that. Okay. I like that.
Really
That's
cool.
classic NBA, classic Adam Silver.
I know.
It's
They
like,
just do all-star.
I know.
Right.
He is the commissioner of commissioners. He is. He's the best.
Everything.
The best there is.
It's everything. We were saying the other day, like, it's even the bus is to the hotel. Like, every single thing is so strategically perfect.
Yeah.
Like, and easy.
No, logistically, they're geniuses.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the only other thing I've seen to rival NBA All-Star like that is at the Masters golf tournament. You know the Masters. Remember the green jackets?
Augusta.
Right. Their merchandise tent
Oh.
It's like the operation is like nothing I've ever seen other than
Wait,
the NBA
what's so
All-Star.
cool about it?
It's perfectly done. It's perfectly executed. It's perfectly done.
It's like a merch stand?
It is like the biggest merch tent you've ever seen in your life.
Okay.
And it operates flawlessly. And that's really hard to do. Really hard to do.
Wow.
Anyway, but the NBA operations team, back in the day, it was Ski Austin. Now it's Kelly Flatto, a dear friend as well. And she does it extraordinarily well.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
it's good.
definitely does. Okay, dunk. So Mac obviously won.
Going for a three-peat. So you
Going
had
for
Dame
three-peat.
Dalla and Mac.
both going for 3 peats.
And Mac has hung out a little bit with your Uncle Sean.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think one of his friends used to play hoop with Mac. So
Oh,
yeah, they've been in
that's
Belmar together.
cute.
Yeah,
Wait,
kind of fun.
That's so funny.
Good fun
He was
fact.
a sweet guy. He came through our station too. He was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
sweet. Honestly, all of the players are so sweet.
Yeah, the NBA players are
Like
great.
there wasn't one that I was like, ew, he was a jerk. Like
That's good.
yeah, they were all
That
great.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I know. Especially the young guys because they're so like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Hyped
Just
to
like,
be there.
yes, like I'll do a Snapchat filter,
Oh,
and
that's
I'm
great.
like, okay.
Oh, that's good. That's fun.
But okay, dunk.
So Mac, I heard, jumped over a car for his first one.
You didn't see the video?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, hold on. You are going.
Now, it's not the
die.
first guy to jump over a car.
No, but it's been a while since a
has.
crazy thing like that
Yeah.
was done and done so well. You're gonna love this. All of his dunks were insane. Okay, hold on.
And then I heard he put a 7-footer on a 5-inch platform.
Yes.
Jumped
And-
over him.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, that was the one that he tapped the rim before he dunked
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I've just heard. I haven't seen. What?
Crazy,
He
right?
took it off the car and reversed?
Yeah. Look, run the back.
What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a Kia too? Is that their sponsor? I
Yup.
did that. Yeah.
Yup.
The NBA.
I
So the NBA is different. They're
Yeah.
different. They're
No,
different.
but-
Okay, what about the second dunk?
his second dunk. Okay.
That first dunk over the Kia double pump reverse. You know, there's typically a team at the NBA that actually helps these guys think through this stuff.
No way.
Yeah. Well, it was when I was there.
Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. This one was insane too. All of them were insane. Okay.
see
So this one, he jumps over this guy. He's holding the ball over
This is
his
the
head.
7-footer?
This is the second guy.
Okay.
He jumps over him and he grabs a second ball, dunks them both at the
My
same time.
goodness. Let me see that. What?
Here, let me get
Off
this
a
one.
lat? Wait, what is happening? I want to see that one more time. That's insane.
So this guy on the ladder is holding the other ball.
Yeah. He's on a hoverboard.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yes.
That's outrageous.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, and what's the third one? So he got a perfect score.
Yeah, he did.
3 perfect
Okay,
scores.
this is the 7-footer. Yep.
Okay. And who is it? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Taco Falls. Come on.
And that's the one that he tapped in. Yeah. I thought it was so cute. All the players just like recording, being
Oh, that's
so hyped.
amazing.
Yeah.
No, that's good. So slam
was
dunk.
unreal.
Slam dunk stole the show.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I
Yeah.
typically find myself like captivated. I enjoy the skills, the 3-point I'm captivated by, but the dunk steals the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Okay, let's go to the new format Sunday All-Star Game.
Yep.
I have mixed feelings about it because I like the All-Star Game. I don't need to see defense personally. I don't need to see defense. I don't need to see guys like like when they just lay down on defense. I don't love, but generally, I just like to
You're
see.
there to see the crazy
I see the high flying act.
Totally.
I like to see the fun. I like to see him grind with like 2 minutes to go in the corner. I kind of like that. Last year, I think they did like you got to win something. Each quarter mattered, so they kind of grinded for the last minute or two of the quarter, which I liked. But I love the spectacle of All Star. I love what it represents. I love the community that's there. And I know, as you know, look, I run a sports league, so I know there's pressures, you know, on ratings and from your sponsors and from people in the community. And I know that's complicated, but NBA All-Star for me, okay. I don't think there's anything like it. But I like the changes. Classic NBA.
Yep.
They don't sit. They don't wait.
Nope.
They just like crack on and try. As
Yeah,
they say.
completely. And the way did you see like who the different teams were?
No. So they
Like,
took
it actually worked perfectly.
So I know like Shaq had a team.
It was Shaq's OGs.
Yeah.
And then
And who were Shaq's OGs?
okay, Shaq's OGs included Jaylen Brown, Steph, KD, James Harden, Kyrie, Braun, Dame,
That's a good
Jason
squad.
Tatum, and
Okay,
AD.
that's a good squad.
Great squad.
Yeah.
Who they won.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Who was
Wow.
Chuck's squad that they beat?
So it was Chuck's global stars.
Okay.
So then it was Shea,
Yeah.
Jokic, Donovan, Alperen Sengun, Pascal Siakam,
Giannis?
Kat, Wemby, Trey, Giannis.
That is a squad too.
Every team is stacked.
Where is Trey from? Is he from Canada?
I actually don't know. I don't think that they're all necessarily like. I think that's just like.
Okay. Directionally.
I think so because I think where's Kat from?
New Jersey.
Right. So I think it was just like
Right.
yeah.
It just means he visited the country once.
Okay, then we have Kenny's Young Stars,
Okay.
which is different than the team that won.
Okay.
Which is Jalen Brunson, Cade, and Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, and J-Dub.
Okay.
Great team.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would have rooted for them because of Villanova connection.
Yeah. They were fun to watch. And then winners of
That's good.
rookie game.
So generally, what was the crowd like? Were they into it? Like, did the format work?
Yeah, the crowd was into it. It's so funny because every All-Star game, I'm always like, whenever they're doing in-arena stuff, it's always the funnest stuff. Like, they have
Right.
the best ideas for all of it.
Yeah. No,
but
they do great.
The crowd doesn't get as into it because it's not diehard fans.
That's corporate.
It's
corporate crowd.
It's corporate.
Yeah, it's hard to
people
entertain.
and their families. So
Yeah.
it's definitely. I feel like that's all.
I
those
also
events.
think that there's the conflict between when you're producing an event, like having been to the Grammys. The Grammys on TV is amazing.
Yeah.
Grammys in person is tough experience
Yeah.
because there are all these breaks.
Yeah.
It's like NFL in person is not as good, in my view, as it is on television because it's produced for television.
Yes.
And I think events like this, you have to pick one, and it's hard. It's hard.
Totally. But I think
in
they
arena
did
it's great.
Great job.
Okay,
with
good.
both. No,
Good.
It was amazing. Like
Yeah.
all the activations they were doing on the big screen. Like it was so fun.
You know what else they do? I think, which is amazing. I think the NBA started this like 15 years ago. Is they take the acts from the teams, which I love. So the local team, like the local acts from the teams.
It was the Warriors like dancers.
Yeah, I love
everyone.
that.
They had the Pacers dunk squad.
Right.
Like it was. I love the mascots. There's a bunch of fun little mascots there.
And where is All Star next year?
LA.
Oh wow. Okay.
I know.
Let's go.
So fun. And last time I was in LA was 2018.
I mean, LA is great. It's a great city. The weather cooperates quite a bit, which is nice. Nice to get a little warmth.
Yes.
It's a bit spread out, but that's kind of like takes some of the congestion. Because in the Northeast, it's jam packed.
Oh yeah.
Bumper to bumper cars.
Yeah. I mean, San Francisco. I feel like I love San Francisco.
Me too. It's a great city.
It was so cool, so beautiful. Even just like the buildings, the architecture. I was like, wow, this is really cool.
And you were with two of your sisters and your mom. You took a little. I heard you were forced to take an e-bike ride over the Golden Gate Bridge.
That did in fact happen.
And fun.
It was terrifying, but it was really fun. But it was so scary because all I just kept thinking was like, it's gonna collapse. Like the bridge is gonna collapse.
Too many movies.
I know. But it was so beautiful.
Okay, shifting gear. So one favorite memory from All Star.
Oh, probably just working. Like, just being able to like work all day and have fun all night. Like,
If you're young and you are finding like a happy place or passion or excitement in a job, you have hit the jackpot. So good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, good. The thing that surprised you.
Ooh, what surprise? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like so much and so little. Like I feel like All Star is just like every day and every night. It's just like you just go with the flow. Like you have no idea what to expect from anything. So it's kind of hard to have expectations.
All right. If there were a person never been to All Star before, and he or she is going next year, 3 words to describe All Star.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the 3?
No.
That was quick.
Okay, first word is no sleep. I know it's 2 words,
Okay.
but that's one is no sleep. Obviously, you can tell I have no voice.
No sleep, no voice,
No sleep. No, that's not my second
no
word.
tears.
No, no sleep. Best weekend ever is the second word. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And third word is cool. Like, I know that sounds so basic, but like,
It's not basic. I totally agree.
That's the only word I can even think to describe.
We
Like,
didn't even talk about Noah Kahan, by the way.
oh my gosh. Okay, wait. But first,
Right.
literally sitting watching the All-Star game is the craziest thing because seeing all of these players together on the same court,
Greatest
on the
players
same
in the world,
team.
greatest athletes in the world, greatest players in the world.
Yes.
In one place doing extraordinary
Playing
things.
together against each other. It's
pretty special.
It was insane. I was just like, oh my gosh, there's Steph and there's Shea and there's Braun and there's Jokic. And like, it was so fun just to see them all together.
That's great.
Like,
Okay, let's rewind the clock a little bit though. Saturday night, TNT has been throwing a party for as long as I can remember.
Yep.
It is like the party to go to. They usually bring
my
in a
gosh,
big time
yeah.
musical act.
Yeah.
Started
Except this
by
might-
shout out David Levy, longtime friend of mine, longtime TNT executive who's no longer there, runs his own agency now, but
cool.
wonderful friend. But he started this thing about, okay, let's bring in a world class musical act. And this year it was
Noah Kahan.
okay. Now, for those of you who don't know who Noah Kahan is, that means you shouldn't be watching this podcast because most of the daughters in the world will actually know who Noah Kahan is.
Yes.
Therefore, the dads know.
Yes.
Okay, so what was the best part of that show? I can't name a Noah Kahan song. Thank
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Yeah, I bet you could.
No, I couldn't.
No, you know Stick Season?
No,
You would recognize if you heard
wouldn't.
it. I think you would.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, Eliza and I love Noah Kahan.
Eliza's
he's
the
our
youngest
top 3
O'Neill
for sure.
young lady.
Yeah.
18
little-
years old. Yeah.
Oh, she's 18.
Yes, she is.
But we are diehard Noah Kahan fans.
Right.
So we saw that he was performing. We were freaking
So you
out.
passed up the commissioner's party. I understand. Another amazing event.
So much fun.
Commissioner Adam Silver
First year we've missed it.
throws a party. If we were there, we would have been there for sure.
Yes.
And that is kind of a who's who at the All-Star game. They kind of wrap around, have appetizers and desserts.
Yeah,
I usually hang
it's
around
really
by the
cool.
dessert table. But it is just kind of like a nod to the partners of the league, effectively.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of amazing. Yeah.
Yes,
So you
but-
passed that up.
We passed that up because we had to get front row for Noah Kahan.
Right.
So we went like 3 hours early.
And knowing who's at the All-Star game, you probably didn't have to fight too hard to get to the front of that. In hindsight.
There was
Hindsight
well,
being
we were in
20/20.
VIP, so there was less people. Everyone wasn't like jam packed,
Right, that's
so
good.
it was nice. But we got there 3 hours early. We only left one person at a time because we did not want to lose our spot. But it was unbelievable. Like
Really-
he was just like right there.
That's great.
Like literally,
That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever been that close for a concert of someone I love
Great.
that much. Do you think this will be the last year of TNT Party though, since the
I-
deal's ending?
Probably. So
Wow.
I bet somebody else will pick it up. NBC maybe. All right, so let's talk about, is there anything you're leaving out about the Noah Kahan party?
This is one thing. So we're standing there, right? And Noah comes on at 10. This sounds late, but this is the beginning of my night. Like after we have this, like I had more things to be at.
Right.
So I like just gotten all ready and 3 hours
And that's
before.
that's a process. I mean, it takes some time.
And I ended up throwing my hair in a slick back because I killed a slick back. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, my.
I killed a slick back. And all of a sudden, 20 minutes before Noah's about to go on, I feel just soaking. My whole head, my whole back. I turn around. This girl had spilled, super drunk, spilled her entire drink all on the side of my face, my back, everything. And I like turned around and I was like, holy crap. So the girls are like wiping it off of me. I'm so mad. I was like, this is insane. She didn't even, her friend was apologizing
Right.
profusely, whatever. I come back. Kieran and Eliza are like, yeah, she spilled her drink all over our legs. 20 minutes later, spills her drink all over this bald guy's head. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And they were behind us the whole time. So that was,
That's not the story I was thinking of.
I was like,
Is there another story you want to talk about?
why is there?
You don't want to talk about some guy having an arm around your little sister?
Oh my gosh.
No bueno.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're there. So we're standing right in the front row, right? The order was Kira, Eliza, me. And then these 2 little boys. not little boys. That sounds weird. But like they were like 18. And they were fun. Like we were just like kind of like dancing next to them, like laughing together. And Liza's like, oh, like they're kind of cute.
Oh no.
And I was like, right though. So I, being the big sister I am, switch her spots because I'm like, wait, Kira, I need to tell you something. So we switch. Man has his arms around her. They were vibing. I was so here for it. I was Kira.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
were
a
like,
no. Yeah, I'm a no.
He's from Summit.
Yeah.
How cool.
Okay. Well, hey, this has been we have one more thing.
What?
If there's one Disney character that you'd expect to be an NBA All-Star, who would it be? I say Mickey.
Ooh.
Who are you going with?
Mickey, that's so basic.
Why is that basic? Mickey's awesome.
Okay. Who would Mickey be in the NBA?
I don't know. Wemby?
You just said that because their names sound alike.
Oh.
One Disney character that would be in the NBA All-Star game. I'm going to go with maybe Prince Eric.
Well, Prince Eric?
Okay.
How about Hook?
He only has one hand. I don't think that with the hook,
What about
it
Smee?
would stab the basketball. Smee would not be an all-star, but maybe like Sully from Monsters Inc.
Too big though, right?
What? It'd be perfect.
What about Terrence?
Terrence, that might be cheating because he just fly.
Yeah. Well, what about Goofy?
Goofy could be an all-star.
That's
I could
kind of
see.
long.
Yeah,
long,
I could see.
He's
Goofy
long. He's
being
got.
an
He'd
all-star.
use his length.
Goofy, I feel like would be more like Wemby.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, Mickey's like Luca.
Okay. Any talk about some of the trades before we wrap up here? Is that like all the rage, or is it like old news now?
Honestly, no. There was not a lot of talk about the trades.
Right.
To be honest. Wait, what do you think about the trades? We haven't talked about it. The Luca Lakers.
I know Dallas isn't happy. I mean, they held a funeral. Did you see that? The fans held a funeral.
They had a casket.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough when you're in that. I mean, having been in that situation where fans are not happy, it's hard. It's hard on you. It's hard on your family. It creates a lot of pressure. So,
100%.
So I think good for the Lakers. And Anthony Davis is hurt right now, which did not help.
Nope.
The Mavericks' cause.
Nope.
But that's about as big and surprising a trade as I've seen in my many years in the NBA.
I totally agree. It's almost as crazy as literally like Steph being traded from Golden State.
I know, but the Lakers just they always do it.
Yeah.
Kareem.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
It's like Kobe.
Yeah.
Shaq. LeBron. Luka. It's like you go through the history of the league, and you're like, these guys, man, they just good for Jeannie, good for that organization, and good for my good friend Tim Harris. Love you, brother. Miss you. Who runs the Lakers? Anyway, we're finished with this episode. It was a lot of fun talking about NBA All-Star. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll talk a little live golf next week.
Next week is live golf, 100%. Thank you. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week.